Hello internet and welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube. Really, we are. Life's Biggest Questions, the place where nothing, not even a cosmic hurricane of jellyfish, couldn't find their place on our list of hypothetical questions. As per usual, I'll be your host Jack Finch as we strap on our mucklucks, fire up the steampunk furnace and head out into the frozen abyss to hunt ourselves some mammoth. As we ask the question, what if the Ice Age never ended? Roll the clip. Before we begin guys, you know how it is. Hit that thumbs up button to show some LBQ love and make sure to ding that subscribe bell so you can stay up to date with our latest and greatest uploads. Now I hear what you guys are saying. Oh, but Jack, we're still in an ice age, you thick idiot. Technically, we're still in the Quaternary Ice Age, so technically that makes this point moot. But that's no fun, is it? Because we're talking alternate history, technological disadvancement, societal restructuring, mammoths, frozen tundra, giant packs of timber wolves. Yeah, there's quite a lot to get through. Throughout the last ice age, well, the last visible ice age anyway, which began 2.6 million years ago, the planet was covered in a frozen mass of glaciation, large ice sheets that span the surface of the Earth, lowering sea levels by over 120 feet and increasing the Earth's reflectivity against solar radiation. With less radiation, i.e. heat, being absorbed by the planet, we enter a positive feedback loop, which essentially cools the Earth's atmosphere continuously to a frozen stasis. Throughout humanity's history, the Ice Age allowed us to navigate land bridges, which played a massive part in our planetary migration as we populated our way across the planet. As the Earth warmed up a bit around 12,000 years ago, the glaciers receded and humanity was on its merry little way. But let's say those glaciers never did roll back. Let's say we were stuck in a perpetual snow globe of frigidity and the frozen continents have stayed exactly as they were. It is pretty well established that these glacial sheets would be land masses colonized sparingly by early humans. Entire generations lived and died on these frozen nomadic plains. In this scenario, there's no United Kingdom, there's no Scandinavia. In fact, most of Northern Europe is one large frozen landmass that spans from the western border of Russia throughout the majority of the North Sea and into the continent itself, which was collectively known as Doggerland. In the early 20th century, archaeologists found several artifacts when a fishing trawler dragged them up from the bottom of the wash. They found a barbed antler point as well as other prehistoric weapons and tools alongside the remains of mammoths and lions. It's safe to say that these early humans would have been a nomadic people. After all, for civilization to flourish, we know that a permanent settlement is generally needed, a place to grow crops and cultivate life, not worry about where your next food source comes from. As we also know, during an ice age, this would be a little bit difficult to pull off. Generally, hunting as a nomadic people would be the most efficient course of action, tracking the migration paths of woolly mammoths and other red-blooded mammals to continue our survival. Let's say that the ice age never ended and this way of life continued up until present day. It's safe to say that not a lot would have changed really, unless of course we simulate a scenario where something changed that. Technology, agriculture. There are few vegetables that can grow in the frozen terrain near the North Pole, though there are some that are best adapted to such a harsh climate. Beets, turnips, spinach, all of which are successfully raised today in northern Alaska and other Arctic regions. With 12,000 years to figure that out, I'm sure we'd eventually be able to cultivate a tundra form of agriculture. And then the same societal boom would have happened, correct? Just under a different set of conditions. We can imagine sprawling settlements dotted across Doggerland and other glacial regions across the planet. Humanity is a tenacious species. We'd have grown, albeit slowly, but our species would have slowly prospered. What would these people look like? What would their motivations be? Well, there'd still be one vital enemy to unite us as a people: the cold and the continuous fight against it. We'd be much more resilient as a species to a frozen environment, naturally, but hardiness can only get us so far. What would our technological advancements be focused towards? Keeping warm? You betcha. There's no doubting that we'd be complete masters at cultivating heat. Take the recent video game Frostpunk, for example, where a post-apocalyptic society tries to battle against the frozen wasteland. Yeah, it'd be pretty much like that. Granted, not the entire planet would be glacial. There would still be places closer to the equator that were more akin to the plains of Russia, serving as relative oases of life and sustainable society. But as we know from history, not everybody gets the luxury of a perfect spawn point. Would we inevitably see see the same clambering for resources that our own history has taught us. For sure, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Well, not in this case. North America would be a completely different place, that's safe to say. Without the glaciers ever melting, the Bering Land Bridge would be a complete, unpassable wall of ice, negating the migration patterns of early humanity and ending up with the non-colonization of the Americas and the Native American people. And because there's no one there to hunt the fauna that inhabit North America, then it'd be a treasure trove of massive mammoths, huge hulking direwolves, giant sloths and behemoth bears, and whoever eventually discovered that place, an alternate reality Christopher Columbus, controversial, well, there'd be one unlucky son of a gun. Well, what do you guys think the planet would look like if the Ice Age never ended? Speak your mind in the comment box down below. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit that thumbs up button and stay tuned for our latest and greatest uploads. As per usual, I've been your host Jack Finch, you've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time, you take it easy.